Speaking of the UFL,
Yes.
the Freedom Cup is here.
So happy, Sean.
I mean, let's look at the. Of course, it is the Stallions versus the San Antonio Brahmas. But just a real recap to just highlight our domination of the league. Kramer 60% overall, 78% on your locks. I came in at 56% overall, 70% of my locks. Colby 60% overall, 67% on our locks.
I ran you down in the lock category like a great middle distance sprinter.
Yeah, you finished what 4-0 on your last. Ryan, you haven't gotten a lock wrong since week 6, all the way back in week 6. Of course, the Discord plays, aka fading our consensus plays 7, 12, and 2. So our consensus plays 63%. Just
nice job, guys.
Again, domination of the United Football League. We'll see, hopefully comes back next year, maybe with some new management, couple different rules.
Just fire UFL Jeff, please.
Can I?
Hopefully UFL Jeff no longer with the organization. That guy was a piece of shit. But as predicted, we're sitting on our Birmingham Stallions.
Before you do that, I think we should. Is there time for a little bit more touting? Because
always time to tout.
Sean, if we go back to week 1, we did it when we started this. Before we realized, when we went undefeated, you and I, by the way, 8-0, both lock and dog hit. We also gave out a couple futures.
Okay.
We gave you Birmingham plus 300.
Yep.
Which probably feeling pretty good about that. But we also gave you San Antonio 14-1. Suck it. And we dominate these spring football futures every year.
I know it's. I don't even really want to give out a pick for the game because we got the Brahmas at 14-1, Ryan, and the Stallions at 3-1. And
find me better CLV. I mean, why did we bet the entire rest of the season? We should have just loaded up.
It was pretty dumb. As the league is kind of dumb, but again, it's football. You can bet on it. Stallions are laying 3 versus the San Antonio Brahmas in St. Louis, which they're playing the Freedom Cup in St. Louis. Fortunately, the Battlehawks couldn't get there. San Antonio, the Brahmas, Wade Phillips. First time, how many years Wade Phillips has been coaching? This is his first championship game.
I think it's like 50 years. He was a GA at Houston. Yeah.
That's insane.
Well, when you make decisions to start Rob Johnson over Doug Flutie and Tommy Maddox over John Elway, you might need your head examined.
You're not happy about San Antonio being here, right?
To clarify,
I mean, they were the better team last week.
He was the graduate assistant back in 1969. Been coaching since then, which is an insane,
a long time. He's old.
Yeah.
So yeah, Colby, you're unhappy that San Antonio is representing the XFL conference?
No, they
they deserved it, right?
Out of the XFL, sure.
Okay.
I mean, I think Arlington was pretty good, but
pause. Give me the power. Final. All right, and as of right now, we haven't played the championship game. Give me your UFL power rankings, starting with 8.
8 would be
Brahmas.
No. 8 is Memphis. 7 is Houston. 6 would be DC.
Okay. They really fell off.
5 would be. This is where it gets tricky. 5 would be I guess Arlington you got to put in there, but I mean their offense is pretty fire.
The best offense spring football's ever seen.
But so I guess you got to go Arlington just because they were a team that just you never knew if they're going to show up, and you got a grade on that. And so 5 them. 4 I will put St. Louis.
Okay.
3 I'll put San Antonio. 2 I'll put Michigan, and 1 I'll put Birmingham.
Nice. I like how you had to sneak San Antonio outside the top.
Well,
2.
Look to CJ's credit, like he's been saying, like watch their defense. They have owned the line of scrimmage like the past 3 or 4 weeks. Are they a gimmick team? 100%. But I'll tell you this. I would have power ranked them a lot higher all year had they just gave the ball to Anthony McFarland. Good idea to do last week. 11 carries, 115 yards. 1 touchdown.
He's good.
He's the best player in the league.
He's an NFL player.
Well, it drives me crazy. Like this, he's better than everybody on the field, and they never go to give him the ball. I don't understand the league. I don't understand the purpose of the game. You know what I mean? It's like when you watch Randy Moss with the Vikings. You're like, can you imagine if they just gave him like 1 target a game? You know what I mean? Like that's essentially what they've done with Anthony.
He would not be happy.
Yeah,
if you gave Randy Moss 1 target a game.
Yeah,
yeah. It's
so but I mean, could San Antonio and the horseshoe they have up their ass, could they actually take down Birmingham?
Well, they again,
this is a tiny spread.
They beat Birmingham, but it was in a useless game for Birmingham.
But Birmingham has played a lot of useless games, and they were down against they were down against the Panthers early. They turned it around, but I don't know. I keep going back and forth because I do like the narrative of San Antonio shocking the world here, but then on the other side, it feels stupid to fade this Birmingham team, which only has lost 1 game in 17 straight.
And who
games.
was it to?
Yeah. San Antonio.
It was to San Antonio.
Revenge. So genius coaching by Skip Holtz. Now they have a revenge spot. To me, this is the most obvious. And you know what? Let's go see how much I can bet on this game because it's
Kramer max play.
It's a max play. Birmingham. -3? Are you kidding me, Sean? We've been waiting for this moment all season.
I'm not gonna get cute and overthink it. Lock it up. Birmingham Stallions ride into the sunset.
Yeah.
Win another one.
Lock that up with Birmingham, but also the over's gonna cook.
Oh,
over's gonna cook.
41.5.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that. Sean he's proudly come out as a totals guy, not me. Call me conservative and an old school guy, but
hit the over on 3 of the 4.
I like
with
having
the CFL this past weekend. You know,
why are you crowbarring?
Check out the CFL gambling podcast.
What does that have to do with anything, Sean?
Well, their season's just getting started, and you guys are cowards that don't want to do a weekly show.
Should I beep this out?
Yeah, no, Colby, promote if you're gonna crowbar mentions in crowbar in mentions of the college football experience. 134 team previews.
That I was gonna do that next. You know, I go through them all. All right,
don't
and the college
to the
basketball
Canadian
experience.
stuff.
The CFL gambling podcast though is fire. So hop on over there, check that out.
Ooh.
And let's go.
All right.
I mean, you can't take San Antonio here.
No, I guess their defense is interesting, but Birmingham has just shown they're the dominant team.
Now Skip Holtz,
have so much experience.
Skip Holtz did announce that Adrian Martinez is the starting quarterback. He was the MVP of the league, but he did look like shit last week.
Yeah, what do you think that was, Colby?
You know, the past couple weeks he's looked a little iffy. Here's the thing: when you like San Antonio's D line and Michigan's D line was able to do this. They got after him and he made him feel uncomfortable. And he's a kind of a runner first, thrower second. Corral's the opposite of that. Corral's got mobility, but he's a passer first. Once they put Corral in the game, I don't think Michigan had prepared for that. And then but
that is a nice ace up their sleeve because Corral coming in off the bench, that's easy. And then maybe they have Martinez in there for. Normally the 2 quarterback, you have 0 quarterbacks, but that doesn't apply to the Stallions.
They have a third one because he won the championship in the USFL, Jamar Smith. That's actually better than probably half the quarterbacks in the league. Yeah,
that the rule of 2 quarterbacks only applies when you're talking about the top, like the NFL.
Yeah,
because once you get here, they're all the fucking same. So if you have 3 guys that are all competent, you're golden.
All right, lock it up. Birmingham Stallions